morning, thank you very much for joining me. Slightly different angle from my normal film. Just put that into shot, and then when I press record it flattens the shot out a little bit, and it went out of shot. Oh, needs dusting that. Feeling under a little bit of time pressure today. The reason we have a different background is because I usually sit on the sofa, which is just there behind the camera, but the bed is not yet made today because I'm under time pressure. The reason for this is that I've been doing a weekly vlog all week, and it was intended that my Sunday video was going to be a weekly vlog, and then I looked at my dates and I realised that Sunday is the 1st of September. Where did August go? And that I needed to do a goals video really on the 1st of September, talk about monthly goals. So I left myself a little slot. I've got a 30-minute slot to film this in before I'm due to go meet my sister-in-law for lunch in town, which will be very nice, but it's just been a busy morning trying to cram everything in. And then tonight we're going to meet friends from Australia, not in Australia, they're over here from Australia, and spend the night with them. But I talk about all this in my vlog that you're going to see on Wednesday, so I won't bore you with the details now. So it's time for monthly goals. By the way, sorry about the reflection there. I didn't have time to mess about and do anything with it. So yeah, I'm aware it's there. Not ideal. YouTuber failed today. Back to the matter in hand, monthly goals. I set myself some goals last month. I will link the video up there if you haven't seen it. And I come back to you at the beginning of each month and tell you how I did with the previous month's goals, and I review the month a little bit and talk about goals for the coming month. So that's what we're doing today. So I've made myself notes, so if I'm looking downwards, that is why, because I cannot retain all this information in my brain because I'm very old. It was my birthday yesterday and I was 51. And yeah, need notes these days. So last month's goals were, let's go through them one by one and I will tell you how I got on. Keto. I wanted to eat keto for the month. I made a video about that. I will link that video up here if you haven't seen it already. Got my most feedback I've ever got from any video on that particular video, interestingly. So thank you very much for all your comments. I did read them all. I think I responded to them all, and there were some very helpful suggestions and empathy and lots of good stuff in the comment section on that video, so thank you. So I haven't got an awful lot more to add to that video in terms of keto. I'm still pretty much in the same place with it. I tried it. I'm glad I tried it. I feel like I've given it a good enough go to know that it's not for me. It's too strict, it just doesn't fit in with my lifestyle. I feel like I'm repeating what I've already said in that other video, so I'm just going to leave it there for the moment with that. But I don't see it as I see it as a positive thing that I tried it, and I'm pleased that I gave it a good go. I've got to admit, I haven't finished the whole month. I said I was going to give it 30 days. Once I decided it wasn't for me, I did fall off the wagon a little bit. Although I have still been eating low carb and I intend to continue with that, but perhaps more of that in another video in the future. The next goal I set myself was to read for 30 minutes a day, every single day. Just really I enjoyed reading so much on holiday that I wanted to get myself back into the swing of reading regularly at home. And I would say that I've probably done 30 minutes of reading on 27 of the 31 days of August. There have been days when it's just literally been too busy and I haven't fitted it in, but overall I'd say it's a success. I also set myself the goal of 5 books. I haven't managed that. I've managed 4 in August, but I have stuck to the 30 minutes of reading. I'm really going to try hard to keep that up because I'm really enjoying my reading. I also talked about setting up an online or YouTube book club. Loads of you are interested in that. I don't know if I've already said it in a video, but if I haven't, I'm intending to set that up in October time. I think, again, I did reply to all the comments talking about that, and I think probably the best way to go is going to be a Facebook group to do that, so we can all discuss in that, and I'll obviously make videos as well and yeah, anyway, I'll talk about that in a future video. But yes, the reading goal went well. I wanted to list on eBay, this is a work goal, 70 to 80 items per week. I felt like that was quite a high target, and I mostly managed it. I think there were this week I haven't managed it. I'm on about 50 items for this week, but it's been a very busy week, and the beginning of the month was quiet and I was hitting the targets quite easily, and then as soon as I go away for an overnight, that sort of knocks out 2 days. And if I've got something else, I had a day out with Kirsten, I had a day out with Carla, all of that means no listing on those days, so I think it is hard when I've got weeks with various other things going on to keep the listing momentum up to where I want it to be. But yeah, it just takes a bit more planning really, I guess. So this week, as I say, I'm up to about 50, but I'm intending to do some more tomorrow or Sunday, so I will probably get hopefully to around 70. But overall, that's been a success. I've got a lot of new listings up this month, so I'm really pleased about that. I wanted to do a little bit of exercise, some morning stretching or yoga or Pilates or that sort of thing 3 times a week. And I've got to admit, I've fallen off the wagon with that the last couple of weeks. I do still really want to do it. I found some videos that I like. I've got lots more videos to test. Just a little 10-minute literally stretching, very gentle exercise, and I really enjoyed it when I did it. But I find that, I don't know, I think I'm going to have to be getting up earlier, but more of that in my future goals. Goals for this month in a minute. I mean, sorry if I'm sounding I'm talking too fast, it is the time pressure today. So if I'm sounding very scattered and very fast and not making an awful lot of sense, apologies. I am aware that I'm doing this quicker than I should do. My next goal was to reduce my non-clothing eBay account to 250 listings. I recently dropped down a shop level a couple of months ago because I didn't have as much non-clothing as I used to, deliberately, and I found myself paying for listings. I had a lot of old stale stock on that account, and I've worked really hard this month to reduce that and get rid of stuff and auction stuff off, and I'm really pleased with how that's gone. And just in this last couple of days I've got it down to, I think it's just, I've had a few sales the last couple of days on it, so I've just dropped down to underneath 250 now, so I can now start building that up with non-clothing stock that I have waiting to be listed. But I didn't want to get into the paying for listings cycle when I didn't need to, and I feel like that account's been really refreshed and I've got rid of a lot of stuff that was stale, so very pleased with that, and that goal was achieved. I wanted to monitor my personal spend, again, this is something that I started the month off well, and as the month got busier I forgot to do it. I completely forgot about it for about a week and a half, and I thought, oh god, I need to fill in that spreadsheet, and by that point I'd lost receipts and couldn't find stuff and couldn't remember what I'd bought, and so that was a bit of a, not a non-starter, because I did do it for a couple of weeks. I want to keep trying to do this because I think it's something interesting to do. I realised that I was buying an awful lot more 99p Kindle books than I might ever read. I can't resist them. When things on my wish list go down to 99p, I just automatically buy them. And I think I've got about 160 unread books on my Kindle, so I maybe need to stop with that. I've also spent quite a bit more money than I probably would intend to on shoes and clothes this month. One of those was because I bought a pair of shoes that was the exact same as a pair of shoes I bought last year from Debenhams, which I absolutely loved and wore and wore and wore to death. I threw them away a month ago because they were just literally on their last legs, and I've been trying to get the exact same pair and they haven't had them in, and then suddenly when I went to Bristol with my best friend for our birthday trip last week, they had them in, and I'd already just bought myself another pair of shoes from Primark. So yeah, I've bought some shoes, and I spent more on clothes than I generally would, but I do want to, I'm going to try that again for September. The next goal was to declutter the kitchen. That was the last goal, in fact, and I've got about halfway with this and just haven't quite got the last few cupboards done. I made a really good start, and as you would have seen in my declutter challenge video last week, I did the fridge and the freezers. That was a really good job done, but I have got a few cupboards still to do, so that is going to be coming up on this month's goals. Have I got that written down? Yes, I have. Right, quick review of August. It went by in a flash, as these months, every single month does that. Every single month I say it. Where did it go? It went so quickly. And we're now into the last third of the year. September. I can't believe it's going to be September. Before we know it, it'll be Christmas shopping, won't we? So what did I do in August? I'm looking down at my notes, so I apologise. I had a really nice day out with Carla in Bridgewater. It was lovely to catch up with her. Went too quickly. I had a really nice trip to Exeter with Kirsten and caught up with her. That was lovely. Had a night away, and I've got night away J&A. That's the night away that we're going on tonight with friends from Australia, which I think I already said at the beginning of this video. Having a night away with friends who are over from Australia, so looking forward to that. That's tonight. Hasn't happened yet, will have happened by the time you see this. I went on my annual birthday trip to, August is my birthday month, as you know. My birthday was yesterday. I think I've already said that as well. I had a lovely day, went out for lunch with Ashley and William, spent some quality family time together, which was lovely. And every year for my birthday, it's also my best friend Faye's birthday in August, and instead of giving each other a present, we go away and have a trip away to, we've been to Cheltenham, to Bath, to Cardiff. This year we went to Bristol. It's our second time in Bristol, and we have a day's shopping and eating and drinking, and we spend the night and another morning, and then we go home, and it's just lovely quality time together. She also works full-time in quite a I was going to say high power, but that's not what I'm time-sucking job, full-time, quite stressful job, and so we don't get to see as much of each other as we'd like. We see each other generally with our husbands, you know, a couple of times, so it's nice to get one-on-one time together. We always really enjoy it every year. It's nice to do that. I mentioned very briefly in a vlog that we had a night out at the, or an evening out at the horse racing, which we really enjoyed. Yeah, so generally, I also went to Mum and Dad's for a night, caught up with my parents, went up to see them and also do some sourcing up there for eBay stock. That was nice. Had a nice meal out with them and spent a little bit of time with them, bit of a flying visit, but that was nice. And that brings us to September goals. We are away for a month in a month? That would be nice, wouldn't it? We're away for a week in Halkidiki mid-September. Will's going back to university, so all of that is coming up. So I've tried to keep my goals list fairly light for September, with going away for a week. It's just over a week actually, but I want to get 220 new listings up on eBay in the whole month. That is less than I would normally do, but obviously I don't want to set it too high when I am away for a week. I put this morning exercise stretching thing back. I would want to do that 3 times a week. I really want to get myself into the habit of doing that. I enjoyed it when I did it, and so I put that on again for this month. I'm really going to try and stick to that. I've also put I want to get out for a walk twice a week. There'll be more about that coming up in a video in due course. In a couple of weeks, I think. But yeah, I want to get out in the fresh air and go for a walk twice a week. Finish my kitchen declutter, that's another goal. I want to cook 3 new recipes. I've been enjoying experimenting a little bit with cooking for the family in the kitchen. Obviously in the kitchen, where else would you do cooking? Since I stopped doing the keto thing, and I've really enjoyed trying some new recipes, and they have gone down well. So I want to do 3 new recipes in September, and I want to make a start on our plans for New York. We're going in December for 3 days and coming back on the Queen Mary. I know I've said it several times, but in case I've got new viewers, that's what we're doing in December. Did I say December or September? That's what we're doing in December. And I want to make the most of those 3 days in New York. Ashley and I have never been to New York before, so it's a first for both of us. I've just ordered a, when we go on a city break, we always get the top 10 books. I think they're Dorling Kingsley, I think. I'll show you in a future vlog anyway. But I've just ordered that. It arrived yesterday, so I'm going to take it on holiday with me and make some plans for making the most of our time in New York. If you have any New York recommendations, things we must do, please leave them in the comments. I would very much like to hear any recommendations from anybody who's been. The final one, which I haven't actually written on here, but is sort of tied in with this stretching and exercising 3 times a week in the morning, is to get up early. I've got a little bit lazy this month with getting up early, and I am a morning person. I'm going to start setting my alarm for 6:30 and be out of bed by 7. I have got lazy with that this month, and it's been 7:30, 8 o'clock, and that has a bit of a knock-on effect for the rest of the day. Not every day, but this is just in the week I'm going to do that. So I need to add that to the bottom of my list. I think that is it. I apologise for talking so quickly. I've now got 15 minutes to spare before I need to leave the house to go and meet my sister-in-law for lunch. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Again, any New York recommendations in the comments would be great. Let me know how you got on with your goals for August and if you're setting any for September. And all of that having been said, I think we've got to the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. It'll be a weekly vlog on Wednesday, and then not sure what's coming up next Sunday. It will be a mystery to all of us. Not a mystery by the time I've filmed it. Oh yes, I do know it's going to be a Marks & Spencer come shop with me and haul, I think, next Sunday. So if there's any particular area of Marks & Spencer you'd like me to look at, again, let me know in the comments, because I won't be filming that till after you've seen this. Right, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.